Hey everyone, I've been surfing around the net and kind of thinking about something a little both annoying, mundane, in your face, and just all in all part of our everyday lives. I was thinking about commercials. Not the stuff on TV, although I will discuss them too. At least not just, the stuff on the internet. Um, Basically, a commercial is anything that tries to sell a product. An infomercial is a half an hour long commercial, and there's like little pop-up ads and crap like that. Now, the first thing I'm going to discuss is talking about people selling out because they use their music for an ad. A musician giving a company rights to use a hit song of theirs to sell a car or something like that, which used to be the most common. Um, I don't really consider that selling it out because they never made the. Because usually the whole giving the music to the advertiser is kind of an afterthought because they write the song for a totally different reason, for their own reasons. In order to sell out, you have to be making music for money purely, and they weren't doing that when they made the songs. To be perfectly honest, Justin Bieber is more of a sellout than the Rolling Stones because he makes music purely for money, and the Rolling Stones did it because they enjoyed it. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works, and that's the best example I can give. And there's nothing wrong with making music purely for the money. If people enjoy it, whoop-de frickin' do. I'm not saying it's good or bad to be a sal either. In fact, the exact opposite. It's a very neutral thing to be. People make money different ways. That's just the way it is. It can be annoying. It can be good. Um, but people complain about how advertisements get in the way. And yeah, pop-up ads are really freaking annoying. That's why ad blocker was invented. The noisy ads, the ones that have the mysterious music or the yays and crap like that, they're like really annoying. Even I'll agree. But people kind of forget that some of the stuff we watch and enjoy are actually advertisements. A popular example is the Will It Blend series. If you're not familiar with it, a guy takes a blender and blends stuff. Just like random crap in this really super powerful blender. And it's become like a YouTube phenomenon. People love watching it. They love seeing like what the hell he's going to stick in this blender next. The whole thing is an advertisement for Blend Tech, which is the company that makes the blender the person uses. You can actually buy these things. And it's to prove how powerful their blenders are. It just happened to become this viral video phenomenon, and they're still making them. I'm on their Facebook page. I've seen it. It is a very smart marketing strategy, and that's kind of why when people say, oh, I'm sick of the advertisements, I kind of just shrug. I understand that they're like all over the place, and there are some places where they really shouldn't be, for the simple fact of it doesn't make any sense. Like the full roll advertisements in front of, I'm not talking like the still shots just to kind of be like a space saver in a movie theater. I'm talking about the ones that are actually just TV commercials they're putting on a movie screen. They don't belong there. I understand it's to make money, but unless we're getting savings on our popcorn and shit, they don't belong there. Either the high prices or the ads. You ain't getting both with me. There is good and bad places for it. Most sites have the ads, the banner ads and crap like that because, they do need to make a revenue. They don't like it. Many sites try not to have them, but, they're gonna have them. Otherwise the sites don't exist anymore because money is needed. That's like the main thing with advertisements is money. And then there are the people who essentially, then there are the ads, that essentially end up becoming kind of the annoying memes. Like, remember the "What's up?" or, "Can you hear me now?" Those things were mainly TV commercials, but they became kind of phenomenons, and they became annoying as all hell. But, people like them, people dislike them. Same with the Geico Gecko ads. My dad hates them, but I know people that love that stupid little gecko. I personally think he's an animal lizard, so that pisses me off. Um, people loved... I'm trying to think of an ad that I absolutely hate that everyone else loves to death. Uh, for some very, very strange reason, people love the, I can't think of any. Wow. I'm sure I'll think of something. I haven't watched TV in a long time. That's probably part of the issue. Pretty much. But, there's a reason all these ads have these different elements to them. The annoying, the interesting, the weird, the, intrusive. They have to get your attention so you see their product and you decide whether or not to buy it. I just remembered, the commercial that I really didn't like that everyone else did were the Fanta girls. I hated the Fanta girls. I think a lot of people like them because they were pretty girls. So, I, would not drink Fanta for years after that just because of those stupid ads. That's kind of another thing is that sometimes, you decide what products you want because of advertisements. There's really no other way to do it unless you just go to the store and say, oh, this looks good, and just randomly grab it, not knowing what the hell it is. Yeah, it's just like a random thing that was in my head. And I kind of want to point out that not every commercial is evil, bad, and terrible. I mean, without commercials, we wouldn't have the blend tech thing, and they really are just one big commercial. We wouldn't have had Billy Mays. I know some people hated Billy Mays, but I thought he was kind of funny. He wasn't the most annoying thing on the planet. He actually was supposedly a really nice guy, so that's cool. He's better than frickin' Vince. Vince is kind of a douche. I preferred Billy Mays in his lot rather than Vince and his ilk. Yeah. Well, I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye!